For nearly 70 years, access to healthcare for everyone has been one of the things Britain has been most proud of, yet it's becoming increasingly difficult for some migrants to get medical support. At this centre, which helps migrants with health issues, they've reported that doctors are increasingly demanding a passport and proof of residence before they agree to treatment. As a result, they say people like this young man from Vietnam are unable to see a doctor. In some cases, the results are life-threatening.
We're seeing people who are pregnant, women who are pregnant, not accessing antenatal care until very late. There's even been a case recently of a woman who gave birth by herself on the bathroom floor of a hotel, which is obviously extremely concerning, putting the mother and the baby's health at great risk.
Things like this have started to happen even before the government's flagship immigration bill goes through Parliament. Under the plans, some migrants would have to pay up front into the health service. More dramatically, the same legislation would deport people convicted of a crime before they have the right to appeal, so they can't put down roots and then claim they have the right to stay. The current government had promised from the start that it would cut net migration levels to the tens of thousands, and clearly you can't do that without trying things that have never really been attempted before. Of course, many people say it's not very liberal, that migrants are actually a boon rather than a burden to the economy. But the government says simply that it's not fair on taxpayers to keep supporting people who don't have the right to be here. These things, says the government, are both fair and echo a widespread public mood.
For most people who are out there, they're hard-working, they're paying into the system, they'll say it's not fair that people can carry on living here illegally. It's not fair that people can come in and use our public services like the health service. It's a national health service, not an international health service.
Yet some activists say the aim is to destroy universal rights that have been accepted since the 1940s.
The government's trying to break a consensus around entitlements for all, regardless of status in the UK. It's actually, we're seeing a much more divisive politics taking over when it comes to accessing services, employment and opportunities in the UK that are resulting in potentially creating second-class citizens here.
These proposals aren't law yet. Some will claim they breach people's human rights. Nor is it clear that any of it will save the country a vast amount of money. What's undeniable, though, is that many migrants are being sent a message that Britain's less open than it has been in the past. In that sense, the government's already getting what it wanted. Laurence, Al Jazeera, London.